Welcome to The Explainer. Sometimes a single image can tell a whole story, and today we've got one that's literally etched in skin. It's a profound story about memory, love, and the really unique ways we choose to remember the people who shape our lives.
Okay, so let's just dive right in. What we're looking at is this really striking tattoo on someone's wrist. You can see it has a beautiful Celtic knot and then some text right underneath it. You can tell right away it's some kind of memorial, but it's also a bit of a puzzle, right? The meaning isn't obvious, and honestly, that's what makes it so interesting.
See, for the person who got this tattoo, some generic memorial just wasn't going to cut it. It just wouldn't have captured their father's unique spirit. So they chose something permanent, something they could carry with them forever, and something deeply, deeply personal. To really get to the heart of what this tribute is all about, we've got to break it down into its two parts. You've got the symbol up top, and then the mysterious script written below. Each piece of this puzzle tells part of the story.
So first up, we have the symbol itself. Now, you've probably seen this before. It's a triquetra, a classic Celtic knot. It's this ancient symbol with no beginning and no end, and it's often used to represent ideas like eternity, family, that unbreakable connection, a really fitting choice for a memorial.
But this is where the real mystery kicks in. The script underneath is in Welsh, and it reads, Cachu o Bwyndyn Bwder. Now, this isn't some famous line from a poem or a quote from a sacred text, so what is it?
So what is the story behind these words? What private meaning could they possibly hold that would make someone want to tattoo them on their body for life? Well, the answer is pretty unexpected. And that brings us to the big reveal. Let's go ahead and translate this phrase and uncover the memory that's been hiding here in plain sight. I'll just say you might want to brace yourselves for this one.
The literal and, yeah, pretty shocking translation is shit from dirty pudding. Yep, you heard me right. It's a coarse and, frankly, a very bizarre phrase to find on a memorial tattoo.
Which, of course, leads to the obvious question. Why on earth would you choose this phrase to remember your father? Well, the context here is absolutely everything. And it's what transforms these strange words into something truly beautiful.
Because this wasn't just some random phrase. This was his father's signature catchphrase. It was a line he used all the time, a running inside joke that really defined their relationship.
And this is just such a great example of how one kind of silly phrase can capture the entire essence of a person. It was never about the literal words, but about the voice that was saying them.
Whether his dad was using it as a witty comeback or just a quirky sign of affection, the phrase was, in a word, him. It was their own unique language, a perfect little snapshot of his humor and their bond.
And this is the real purpose of the tattoo. The person who wears it says, "Looking at it now brings back his voice and a smile to my face." So, the memorial works. It's not just ink, it's the actual echo of a loved one.
So let's look at this image one last time. It's not a puzzling memorial anymore, is it? We now see this beautiful, incredible tribute that allows them to hear their father's voice anytime they just glance at their wrist. It's a memory made tangible. Which really leaves us with a final thought. It's not always the grand speeches or the formal photos that define someone we love. So often, it's the small, quirky, everyday moments. So what single memory, or phrase, or inside joke, what truly captures the spirit of someone important in your life?